it is.
Now, back to AB Sports Conversation with Anthony Carlo and Benzino the Hero.
Just for a reminder, AB Conversation is back. WICR Studios, lower level, Lapenta, Anthony Carlo, Benzino the Hero, AB Conversation.
That is great, and I think we needed a reminder today because I don't think many people knew that we'd be going on at 8 a.m.
Looking like ghost town here in Lapenta this early morning.
Absolutely, we usually have some people out there, tuning in out because they play
in the game room.
Yeah,
nice room, TV room.
I did put it on Facebook.
Okay.
You know what I need to improve? My Twitter.
Yeah, man.
Because Ben is a master on Twitter. He's got
mighty mastermind.
He's got the followers. He's got the tweets. I don't use Twitter as much as I should.
You got to get on that.
But number two, I remember that was one of the first things you told me. Twitter is where it's at.
Yes.
But number two, I got to get more followers because I follow famous people and they don't follow me back. So if I'm following all famous people, I got no followers.
You have to follow your friends.
I know, that is true.
Yes.
One day they'll be following me, though, those famous
Correct.
people. They'll know who I am one day. They'll know who both of we are, Ben and I.
Derek Jeter's going to follow you back, and you'll be a happy camper.
Exactly. Speaking of Derek Jeter and, Major League Baseball in total, because I don't think there's any news on DJ besides the fact that he hurt his quad again.
He hurt his quad?
Yeah, he strained his quad a little bit, so he's been out.
Because I know Joe Girardi's quoted, "I'm not managing a farewell tour."
He did, yeah. That was why, because people were expecting Jeter to be in, I guess.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Look, I got a team to manage. I don't have time to play." I have to agree with the fans, though. I would be angry if I went to a game in Jeter's last season and he wasn't in.
Yeah, I would be mad.
Now, I would be mad doesn't mean I would be able to agree. I would be able to make my argument legitimate because. The fact is it's a team.
Yes.
And there's a manager, and there's a plan to win. And if that plan to win consists of Jeter sitting out a day, because
it happens,
because of an injury, it happens. But the Red Sox came into town this past weekend.
Okay.
And they left town losing 3 out of 4 to the Bronx Bombers.
Ooh.
Now the Bombers, as you know, have been beaten up a little bit.
Yes.
Which is frustrating because last year they were beaten up a lot. Teixeira's been out. I think I talked to you about my frustration about him being out again.
Yes.
So Dean Anna has been playing a lot because Jeter, as we mentioned, has been out, and also Jan Hervis Solarte.
Your boy.
Yeah, he's been playing a lot, but they've been getting it done because Beltran and McCann started hitting home runs.
Yes.
And also Jacoby Ellsbury has been on fire.
Isn't Beltran looks a little bit bigger?
He does. He is bigger.
He does, right?
He looks a little more pudgy.
Yeah.
To me, like he put on a little bit of weight.
He looks more slender on the Cardinals.
Yeah, he's put on weight.
Maybe it's the pinstripes.
Maybe, or let's hope it's not anything else.
Yeah. For his sake.
In the series, Ben, a couple of things happened. There were obviously instant replay has been instituted into Major League Baseball. There were 2 plays in which John Farrell.
Red Sox manager.
The second of which was ejected on, in which the first play, Dean Anna hit a double, slid into second. He came off the bag, and the tag was put on him. Visibly, when they reviewed the play, the angle showed he was out.
Yes.
He was ruled safe initially. They challenged the play. Farrell challenged the play.
Okay.
We could see on TV he was out. They didn't have the right camera angle in the feed yet, so they didn't see he was out.
Oh.
And the call stood.
Wow. That's a problem.
That's a problem. So my question to you is, if that is happening, is instant replay necessary? Because we did this to eliminate errors. Now there's errors with instant replay.
That's crazy, first of all. And doesn't all the replays go to MLB network, MLB headquarters in New York City, and they're playing in the Bronx, and they don't have that feed?
Well,
I understand if they're playing in California, but you're in the Bronx, and
right?
You can't get a feed to New York City.
Yeah, I think what it was
just
is
go over the bridge.
Take the Metro North over there. I think the problem is that it was not. They needed to do it quickly, and it wasn't going to happen quick enough. So they needed to look initially at a replay, at a camera angle, and it wasn't the preferred one, I guess, to make, or the right one to make that call. So that call Farrell got gypped out of. Next day, Farrell gets ejected after arguing and losing his temper because another call was reversed in which Francisco Cervelli, who hurt himself,
He's on the DL now.
60 day, and he was playing well. Tried to beat out a ground ball in which a double play was being turned, and he beat it out initially. John Farrell argued the play. What they saw in the angle was that the ball had entered the glove, so it's broken the plane, if you will, of the glove.
Okay.
Of the where the two tips of each side of the glove end. It's crossed that, but it has not hit the pocket yet.
So it didn't make the sound.
Yeah, exactly.
All
It
right.
didn't make a sound yet. So they called him safe. Reviewed the play. They still called him safe. Farrell lost his temper and said, "I was told when this was all laid out that when the ball enters the glove, it doesn't have to hit the pocket. If the ball is in the glove, he's out." So he got PO'd. He got thrown out of the game.
Yes.
And so far, with especially the first play, is instant replay worth it?
Yes.
It is.
If they get in that's 2 blown calls for the Red Sox,
Yeah.
but they have made the right call multiple times this season. But in other instances, not as big as the Red Sox, they missed a couple calls as well.
Right.
So it's still at its infancy stage. They in 2011 didn't they use instant replay for the first time in the playoffs?
Yeah.
So what's that? 3 years, and now they're using it.
I'm not sure. Was it 2011?
Because it was A-Rod home run.
Yeah.
It was the A-Rod
Well,
home run.
instant replay has been allowed with home runs in recent
But they're
years.
expanding it now
Yes.
to more calls and all that stuff.
Exactly. Now it's been expanded. And so my thoughts on it are that they put it in there to get rid of, I guess, or minimize the human error.
Yes.
Because baseball has always been a game where human error has been a part of it.
The umpire can affect the game
Yeah.
drastically because back 2 years ago,
Yeah.
I believe 2 years ago, Armando Galarraga had a no-hitter going.
Yes.
And
it was
he clearly, it was the last 2 outs, at the bottom of the top of the ninth, 2 outs, playing in Detroit, and ground ball to the pitcher. The pitcher throws it to the first baseman. It was clearly out, but the umpire called it safe, and he did not get his no-hitter.
yeah.
If instant replay was available back then, and we're not even talking about back then like it's 1900s.
No, I
Back
know.
then, 2 years ago,
Yeah.
it would have been a different outcome.
And that was a brutal thing because that umpire received a lot of hate from that.
Yeah.
You know, but people finally had mercy on him. I mean, he was very upset from that.
Yes.
I remember he was crying in one of the, shots afterwards. And, it, as you said, it's in its infancy stage.
Mhm.
So they brought it in, they expanded it, I should say, to eliminate human error with the umpires. Because last year and previous years, there have been drastic calls, like you
Yes.
just mentioned. You just cited one of them that have changed the game in huge ways because the ump was wrong. So they bring it in, and Tony La Russa responded to John Farrell because La Russa is like a very big advocate of this.
Yeah.
He's the reason why it became expanded. And he said, you need to let it work out the kinks pretty much.
Yes.
It's too early to start saying, we can't have this anymore. Let's put an end to it.
Mhm.
It's in its infancy stage. I mean, one thing I must say is I agree with that fine.
Yes.
Everything needs a time to work out kinks. The best things ever have needed time in the beginning to work things
Mhm.
out. But one thing is that quickly things need to be gotten together.
Yes.
MLB has to quickly make sure that things definitely fit right in and start smoothly running. Because you don't want to have blown calls anymore if you're expanding instant replay to avoid blown calls.
Managers are still going to get kicked out of the game regardless, even if it's a bang bang play, and they're still
Right.
going to argue balls and strikes, and the manager cannot argue
Yeah, they can't.
balls and strikes, but they're still going to argue.
Right.
So
I-
ejection-wise, I think it's going to be the same.
Well, one thing about that, I agree with you. Because look, the manager's still getting thrown out, but I think it might take a little hit ejection-wise, because instead of a manager jumping out of the dugout on a bang play when the ump ruled, let's say, out, and the coach thought it was safe,
And just call the replay.
they can just call the replay.
Mhm.
So there's no more jump out of the dugout, furiously get ejected. It's more like walk slowly to the umpire, look back to see if your bench coach is giving you a thumbs up or not, and then talk. Hey, how's the kids? How's the weekend? And
They should have a sign, third base close. They throw up signs to for the runner. They
Yeah.
should have a sign to Yeah, check the replay.
Check the replay.
Yeah.
I think right now for at least Tony Pena and Joe Girardi, it's a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Oh.
So basically, when Girardi leaves the dugout, Pena or whoever will look at the replay and say whether they have a case or not. If they have a case, Joe Girardi will turn that convo. So the kids were good. Okay, never mind. What is up with this play right now?
I don't know. Thumbs up.
Exactly. It's like Napoleon. Who's that would give the thumbs up or down for the guy to get killed?
Napoleon
Bonaparte. Was it
Bonaparte?
Was it him? There was some emperor that.
It wasn't Napoleon Dynamite.
No, it was not Napoleon Dynamite. Even though I wish it was.
Gosh, Anthony. There's some tater tots.
You could do a good impersonation.
It's the morning. I need my hot chocolate.
You drink hot chocolate in the morning?
Yeah, I'm a hot chocolate person. I don't like coffee.
You don't like coffee?
No.
I'm starting to develop a taste for coffee.
Oh.
Because coffee is good.
You're turning into an adult.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
But you're
no.
turning into an adult if you're drinking coffee like that.
Don't do me wrong like that.
Sorry.
Why do you gotta say stuff like that?
I'm sorry. It's the morning. I don't know better.
It's the morning. That's true. But you know what it is sometimes with coffee, I'd be like, this is like disgusting.
But people drink latte. Imagine you drink like a mocha espresso latte. Hi, I'm Anthony Carlo.
Aren't I always like that though?
Nah.
No. So what if I decided to drink that and I wouldn't stop talking the whole time?
Oh man, it would just be a conversation.
I would just be like, and then you'd be trying to.
Yep.
Just like last week when I was playing Benny and the Jets.
And I still didn't notice that. I watched the film and then I noticed it.
Oh man. All right. Anyway.
Other noticeable moves in the MLB.
Yeah. What has Ben? What do you got for us update wise?
Josh Hamilton, DL, 6 to 8 weeks. He slid into first base.
And he was having a very, very hot start.
Yep.
One of the hottest starts ever.
We were finally, hey, Josh Hamilton's back. And now he's on the DL.
Exactly.
Raised pitcher Moore, Tommy John surgery. Huge loss for Tampa Bay.
That's a big one.
Because Tampa Bay's strength this year was pitching.
Yeah.
And when your second starter is out for the year, your whole rotation takes a hit.
You said that more beautifully than Picasso painting the Mona Lisa.
Oh, God.
That's how those words came out. Sorry.
What up? The Brewers are hot. The Brewers, 10-4.
The Brewers are hot. So
Yeah,
are the Mariners.
Ooh.
The team I said was gonna not do as well.
The dark age. You said stay in the dark age, and now they're doing well.
Yeah.
Scores for the MLB. We have the Mets beating the Diamondbacks last night, 9-0.
Yes.
Neuenheiser.
Neuenheis.
He
I watched some of the games.
just got called up that night to play for the Mets, and he hits a home run, 3 for 5.
Isn't that nice?
Nice.
Henry Mejia was on the bump from the Mets, and he pitched pretty well. At that times, he was walking guys when they had a 9-0 lead. You can't do that, but overall, he's been solid.
The Mariners, not the Mariners, yeah. No, the Marlins, excuse me. The Miami Marlins defeated the Washington Nationals 11-2. Giancarlo Stanton hit another home run. 5 home runs for the year.
It's on my fantasy team.
3 out of his 5 home runs have been over 450 feet.
Wow. Look at that little nugget. Now, that boy is big. He's a big boy.
Yes.
But I think a lot of people are expecting 40 dingers out of him.
You want him on the pinstripes if he ever comes available.
Oh, would I want him on the pinstripe. If we can't ever get Trout, bring that guy over here.
And what else happened around the MLB? The White Sox defeated the Red Sox 2-1.
That is right. That was the Red Sox are reeling. They're falling.
Are you sure about this reeling thing?
Am I sure about what that word means?
Yeah.
I'm almost.
Because if you're reeling off wins, that means you're.
I want to say that I'm 99% sure reeling means that they're on a downfall.
All right, I am your 1% of negative doubt.
It's a little embarrassing because reeling is not supposed to be a difficult word. It's not like expialidocious.
Yes.
That is, but it's supposed to be an easy word.
The Pirates in red finished up their semi-home run derby because Monday they had 10 home runs in the game, but the game was called off during rain. So they called it off. So they had a doubleheader yesterday.
Right.
The Pirates won 8-7 the first game. Well, the continuation of the first game, and the Reds won 7-5.
Right.
And it was Jackie Robinson Day yesterday.
Yes.
How can we forget?
Jackie Robinson Day. Got to give notice to him. Thank you, Mr. Robinson.
Everybody wore number 42.
Yeah. Broke the color barrier. So Jackie was definitely, and Robinson Cano is named after Jackie. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Jackie Robinson Cano.
Okay, I understand the Robinson part.
I wonder if Jackie Bradley Jr. on the Red Sox is also named after
I
Jackie
don't know.
Robinson.
We got to get him here.
Yeah, bring him in.
We got to call him up. But Anthony, on our next segment of AB Conversation, it's game time.
Game time. Put your poker face on.
Put your team where your mouth is. Will be our next segment here on AB Conversation. Stay tuned to AB Conversation because it's game time, Anthony. It's game time.